Reroll any reserve.
Alright, we are here for a 1,000 point per player, 2,000 point ultimate battle. 2 player versus 2 player here at Greenfield Games, Greenfield, Mass. This is what the table looks like. We're back again with the same table setup. We got Mark and Isaac playing Space Marines and Tyranids versus Bob and Dan playing Space Wolves and Grey Knights. Show us the. I'll show you the Space Wolves while he rolls for his traits.
I'm scoring.
Space Marines are going to field some scouts, a librarian, a regular tactical squad, Land Raider, bikes, and Devastator squad. Does these have this Devastator squad has all these weapons on it?
Yeah,
okay.
Everything's as
all right. And then let's look at the Tyranids. Isaac, what is over here in Tyranid land?
You have Devil Gaunts, Termagants, a squad of Gene Stealers for the Brood Lord. You have the Tyranid Prime. You have a Trigod, I believe Prime. Is it? No, it's a regular Trigon. A Carnifex with Crushing Claws, and then my personal favorite, the Doom of Malantai.
Alright, and then on this side, Dan's got, well, let me show you what I got. Doing Grey Knights with Kotiaz and some Razorback spam. So 3 Razorbacks with the side bolt ammo with just basic 3 henchmen in each one. Kotiaz, he's got 2 divination powers, and his henchmen include 3 guys with Stormbolters, 2 Crusaders, and a squad of 5 Psychers. We're going to do a Psy Rifle Dread, and 2 full squads of Grey Knights, Strike Squad, with 2 Psy Cannons in each, swords on everybody. Even the guy with the hammer actually has a sword. And then Dan's got, what do you have, Dan?
2 squads of Grey Hunters, 10 in each, and Rhinos. Long Fang Pack with 5 missiles, and Terminators. And Rune Priest is my HQ.
Alright, so we're doing Purge the Alien and a Vanguard Strike setup. Space Marines and Tyranids are going to deploy first, and we'll be back. Alright, here's deployment, and turn 1 has begun. Space Marines have their bikes behind this building, Devastators on top. The Termagants are hiding behind the Land Raider, which has a squad of tactical Marines. He's now infiltrating his scouts up onto the building. Carnifex and all of those Gants are back there. Gene Stealers here. One of the Grey Knight Razorbacks is over here. Terminators. The Rhinos full of Space Wolves. Psy Rifle Dreads up there. Long Fangs there. Got a squad of Grey Knights on the board. Little Razorback protecting the Kotiazan squad. They're going to move forward and take that building. And then I've got a squad of Grey Knights that are going to deep strike. And we'll be back with turn 1. Hey, you want to roll Seize the Initiative? And we do not seize the initiative. And it's not Night Fight. And we'll be back with turn 1. Alright, this was the end of Tyranid and Space Marine turn 1. Bikes boosted forward over here. The Heavy Bolter and Sergeant Telian from the Scout Squad fired into here and killed 1 of the henchmen. The Devastators fired into this Razorback and immobilized it. The Land Raider fired at the Dreadnought and it was ineffective. Basically all the Tyranids have charged forward in a horde. And that's about it. We'll be back with Space Wolf and Grey Knight turn. So this was the end of, you can keep going, this was the end of our turn 1. These guys ran up the building, crowded into the 2nd floor there. The Grey Knights moved behind the wall and fired into the Gaunts and killed a bunch. The Razorback killed some more. The Psy Rifle Dread killed even more. This Razorback fired into those Gaunts. What the Space Marines do? Termies move forward. Termies move. This squad moved forward and killed some Gaunts. And that is it. We'll be back with Tyranid Ultramarine turn 2. Went basically like this. Bikes moved forward and shot. Scouts shot collectively at the Devastators. These 3 squads collectively shot at the Kotias and Henchmen and the Razorback. They blew up the Razorback. They killed the squad inside the Razorback. They killed 2 Psychers and a Stormbolter guy. The immobilized Rhino or Land Raider popped out. The Marines here.
I think so.
Terminate. All the Tyranids charged forward and got in melee combat over here with the Terminators. The Terminators won the combat, and there's a Broodlord and a Genestealer left, and the Carnifex deep struck in there and took out some Space Wolves. And I think that's about it. We'll be back with turn 2 for the Tyranid, for Grey Knight and Space Wolf turn 2. Okay, this is the end of Space Marine. End of Grey Knight and Space Wolf turn 2. The Psychic Blast got denied. The Witch got denied, but the Cyber Eagle and the Stormbolter did a few damage into there. The Grey Knights held up and fired into the Space Marines, killing 3. The Razorback fired into the Carnifex. Well, first there was a whole bunch of shooting from the Space Wolves into the Carnifex, take it down to 1 wound. The Razorback polished it off with its last wound. And then the Psy Rifle Dread fired into the Bikes, but the Bikes made their saves. And what happened over here? What did the Terminators do?
Terminators
fired into the
Broodlord.
They finished off the Broodlord combat. Finished off here, and those Genestealers are dead. And we'll be back with turn 3 for Tyranid and Space Marines. So what happened this is turn 3 for the Tyranids and Space Marines. What all happened? Help me recap, Isaac.
Terminators got wiped out by a squad of Termagants and Trigon Prime and Carnifex. Doom Mountaineer took out 2 guys and sucked life back into himself with a net gain of 1 wounds. So he's looking good. Over here, Vortex of Doom did 1 damage, killed 1 guy.
Here, and then some fire.
Basically, 1 glancing hit on that between the combined fire of the Land Raider and Devastator squad.
And then I believe the Bikes fired also into Kotias' squad and
the Crusader.
The Crusader, yeah, the Scouts move up, and the Crusader 1 Crusader died in the volley of fire.
And that's basically our turn.
And that is the turn. Alright, end of Space Wolf and Grey Knight turn 3. The battle has turned the tide, whatever. What all happened? Goodness. So the whole Grey Knights peppered into the Bikes, leaving only 1. The Cyber Eagle attacked the Nids. The psychic power was denied again, but the Nids, the Cyber Eagle took out a bunch of Nids over there, several Nids over there. The Rifleman fired into the Scouts, taking out a good chunk of them. The Melta guy, the Space Wolf with the Melta, exploded the Land Raider that used to be there, and a good old assault is going on here with just, Tyranid Prime's only one left over here, and then the assault. The leaders over here, and Devastator's still nesting up here. So we'll come back with you turn 4 for the Nids and Ultramarines. Alright, overall, Tyranids and Space Marines are kind of peppered away. They had not a whole lot going on. some shots here. What happened over here? Anything effective over here?
Yeah, we failed everything. No, we got weapon destroyed.
You did weapon destroyed on the Rhino, and pretty much everything else was not all that effective. The Crusader did well. He took a lot of hits and made a lot of saves, and this assault ended in Space Wolf victory. This should be the end of the game. Alright, we had to clean up real quick. Basically, we peppered away and finished off. I wasn't able to do any more damage to the Devastators. The Grey Knights deep struck in and did a whole bunch of shots, but he made all of his saves. We killed the Blast Biker. We tried to attack here. The Psychic attack was off, and the Cyber Eagles, all the saves were made. But good game, Mark and Isaac and Dan. And that was the battle report from Greenfield Games. Just a fun pickup game. And leave comments about the battle and keep subscribing to the channel. Thanks.